Welcome back, Gary Forging On. Just got this in the mail today. You can't see it. I'll aim you down here in a minute. It's hard to get everything in the shot. So what this is I recently was contacted by Sefaspe welding company. They sent me a welder last year in 2024 to do a review on. That is this little one. Little 4-pound small welder. The leads and everything fit in this little box. And I'll link that video up there if you want to see it from last year. So they contacted me, wanted to send me a different one this time. It's kind of the big brother to that one. So let's get busy unboxing this here. Let me aim it down. Alrighty. Okay, box in a box. As you can see the name of the company. And this one here, I think the welder itself is maybe 6 pounds, maybe 6 to 7, somewhere in that ballpark. But this here one, as you can see by the check mark on there, the bottom one, it's a 200 amp. It's MMA, which is stick welding. So what we got is that's a little chipping hammer. Got a little lens, a welding lens, I guess. Don't know what it is, should say in the box. But it's got a little ground, little electrode. Into the package of welding rods. Let's see what that is. User manual. A little handle for something. Have to find out what that does. And then an adapter for 220. I guess that handle goes with this. So, oh, I gotcha. So this is their welding helmet. Let me back up a little. There we go. There you are. All right. So apparently, I think this is the welding hood. Never had one of these little welding hoods. Don't know how hard it'd be to work with. Let me try this out just for the fun of it. So I can see here, this handle goes into the hood. It just snaps in, slides in there, locks in place. And it's child-proof. There it goes. There we go. Doesn't say what lens this is, but I'll slide it in here. And then the tops snap in. I'll set that to the side. Okay, these are 6013 welding rods. This will do lift TIG as well, but it doesn't come with a lift TIG unit. If I can come across a lift TIG to go in this, I give it a try sometime, but I won't do it on this video because this is what comes with it right now. Right now from their website you cannot buy the lift TIG, but hopefully that's be coming soon. It should be pretty straightforward. I am going to set this up to run 220 because I brought my 220 cord over here. Got a pretty long cord, so that's good. This is set up for, you know, the hobbyist, the homeowner, for small welding jobs, but being stick welding, you know, you can get some pretty good welds. So if you got some pretty heavy metal to work with, it'd be better if you stick welding it. This has a little metal tip on it. It's plastic, but it has a metal tip, and then the metal brushes. Probably won't need that, but we'll set it there. So I'll hook up the adapter here. And then I'm gonna plug that into my cord. All right. You can see the stuff on there. It's got a power button on the back. Not a whole lot to it. It's got a 60% duty cycle, looks like. It's all on the bottom information. So pretty straightforward. We will I think I'll do, I'll set up for DC electropositive. So I'm gonna hook up the electrode, the stinger, to the positive side, the other to the ground side. Just lock those in. Got pretty good length of cord, probably 8 foot maybe. I don't know, didn't measure. So I'm gonna rearrange everything so you can see a little better, and then we'll just start right in with the welding. All right, I'm going to start out with a 6013, see how it goes. Definitely turning that too hot. The 6011 starting again. I ran that a little too hot. I was running at 90. Now to try 7018. I like 7018 the best. Alright, so this row here was a 6013. This row is a 6011. And then that's the 7018 right here. You can see the edges, the toes are pretty good. And I could see it really penetrating while I was welding. Now this is a thick piece. This is probably 3/8 thick, something like that. It's a pretty thick piece of steel. But so far, they all welded really good. That was one thing I told them with the smaller welder that they had me try, is it really only welded with 6013. I couldn't get it very well with the others. So I am going to attempt now to see if I can let you see welding. I am going to take their little welding hood here and maybe my camera, and we'll see how this works. Oh, and I ran that 7018 at 90. That's 3/32 7018. I ran it at 90 amps. I kind of had it too hot. Some of these boxes, they don't seem, you know, they seem like you got to run them a little hotter on the dial than what they really are. But I had to turn this one back down because I started out with like 105. I think it was for the 6013s, and then I lowered it down, and then I gotta wait, and then I lowered it down to like 90 or so for the 6011, which was way too hot. You probably saw in there it melted the end of the rod, but it had good penetration. But anyway, got that one too hot. So I took it down to like 70, but that seemed a little too cold. It probably would have welded okay, but I put it back up to 90, and I welded this 7018 at 90. And I'll do the 7018 here. Well, hopefully you can see it. How's that for a setup? All right. Because I was doing all that welding with my normal Lincoln welding hood. So I'm going to try welding just with the shield thing. Let's try this. worked out pretty good. I wonder. Kind of dirty. This is just the straight lens, so I would, it'd be nice if this had enough room. I don't know if there's enough room in here or not. Might be to put a protective shield, because you can see how much smoke gets on that. But anyway, just for starting out, I have to admit, if you just need to weld something and you've never welded, you just want to try it out, or you're just need it for a small job and you don't want to spend a lot on it, you get a welder like this, a stick welder. Put that up where you can see it. I mean, like I said, it's lightweight. Will store on a shelf in a garage real easy, or in your shop, out of the way. Won't take up a whole lot of room like a lot of these welders will. But I mean, just for a starter pack, they give you a little face mask thing. Some 6013, 56013 rods are in here. Little chip and hammer wire brush. I mean, if you're going to be doing anything above it, it's a little bit of work. You're going to want your hands free, so you don't want to get a regular hood. But until then, if you just wanted to do something quick and needed a all-in-one package, not a bad deal. So I'll put a link to this. So they call this, MMA, which is kind of a standard for stick welding outside of the U.S. In the U.S., we call it shielded metal arc welding, SMAW. The same thing, just stick welding. Okay, we'll just call it stick welding because we're just gonna keep it simple. That's why. Okay, I've never had one of these little mask things before, but I've had a fixed lens like that. Of course, it's not auto darkening. I've had a fixed lens like that, used that for 30-something years before I ever got my first auto darkening. And this is my first auto darkening hood, or lens in a hood, I should say. So I'm going to package this up and put it on the shelf with the other one. Find a use for it later, or maybe want to pull it out to do a small job or something. And or if I find somebody that's in need, that's wanting to start to learn welding, wants to practice at home, might give it to them, let them try. That'll be a good way for them to get started. But all in all, I was impressed with the welding. I was glad it did the 6011, the 6013, and the 7018. That gives you some versatility. And I'm a big 7018 welding person. So I weld almost everything with 7018, but any of them work. Of course, the 60s are 60,000 tensile strength and 70,000 tensile strength. Wear your PPE. I wasn't, as you can see. People make comments. I mean, other than put on a glove and my hood, spray or a mask of some sort, because of the smoke that comes around that into your face and you're breathing all that. Everybody did that when I first started. They'd laughed at you if you put a respirator on back in those days, but they were all just old and dumb and idiots, I guess, because and we didn't even know about it. We just welded and the smoke came by. We didn't think anything about it. So don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do, and listen to your elders. But I am thoroughly impressed, and I appreciate them trusting me to do a test of this and review. I would recommend it. I would tell you if you needed stick welder for some hobby, and like I said, a 60% duty cycle, and you're not going to do monster structural welding with this. I mean, it's just not going to happen. But if you got to fix something in around the house or in the shop or the farm, or you just want to start, weld a few things together to make you something, or just learn welding and maybe upgrade later if you decide maybe you just want to try out welding to see if you want to try that as a profession. And I'm all for the trades, even though I started out welding, put myself through college welding. I got into technical degree, IT degree, do computer programming, that kind of stuff now for the past 34 years or something. And soon to retire. And when I retire, I'm going to go back to full-time welding, hopefully more YouTube. I have time maybe then to do more YouTube videos. And I'm going to do some more blacksmithing too. And hopefully it's more blacksmithing videos. But that's it for this one. Hope it was helpful for you. Hope that you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you want to know anything more about it, put it in the comments. There's not a whole lot to it. Like I said, I'll have links to their site, and I may see if this is on an Amazon link. I'll put an affiliate link down there. Don't cost you any more. Any of these affiliate links in my descriptions on my YouTube, they don't, you don't pay extra for clicking on those. You get them the same exact price. I just get a little bit back, real small percentage back. But it helps me keep me going so I can buy more cameras and more equipment and things like that. So anytime you see an affiliate link in my stuff, don't sweat it. You're not paying extra. You're not getting scammed, nothing like that. It's just an Amazon affiliate link. So anyway, that's enough of that. Y'all take care. You have a blessed day, and I hope you like this one, and stick around for more to come. See you now. Bye-bye.